So guys, today my message is going to be very short. It's about, well, I have some things in my hands that I'm going to be showing you. It's about doing something the Lord is telling you to do that does not make a lot of sense. And I've always heard testimonies in the past of people who talk about something that the Lord told them to do that didn't make any sense at all. But when they followed the Lord's instructions, when they obeyed Him, then a big blessing followed. And you know what, guys? Like, I've always wondered, like, what is that like? Because I have always wanted to be in the position where God tells me to do something that doesn't make any sense, but just to follow Him, just to follow His instructions, because a blessing will come after that. And so just recently, I just found myself in that position, and I'm still in it. So, as of about, it's almost around 4 weeks ago now, the Lord, like God He keeps telling me, He was telling me, Nancy, I would like for you to start making jewelry again. So some of you guys know that I make jewelry, and I had stopped making jewelry to work on crochet projects, like little tiny baby, not baby, well they can fit babies' heads, but these ones are made specifically for dolls. So I started working on these crochet doll hats. Okay, so I have one right here. It's so cute. So I started working on these crochet doll hats, like different sizes that would fit, you know, dolls. And then, as of around a month ago, almost a month ago, God told me to start making jewelry again. Now the reason why it didn't make any sense to me is because, you see, I have an Etsy online shop, right? But right now it's inactive because I've had to shift some funds and like redirect them elsewhere because I need them elsewhere. And so then God said, Nancy, just start making more jewelry. And in my head it didn't make any sense because I'm like, if I shifted the funds that I could have used for the jewelry that I could have used for the jewelry over to something else, then why does the Lord want me to make jewelry? It doesn't make any sense. Like the Lord said, Nancy, start making jewelry. Start making jewelry again. And in my head I'm like, yeah, but Lord, it doesn't make sense because I've shifted the funds for the jewelry over to someplace else. So then why do you want me to start making jewelry? I'm not advertising them right now. Well, at least not on the online shop. And He said, just start making them. And it didn't make any sense, so I started making some jewelry, and I made a whole bunch of bracelets. I forgot to bring them to show you, but I'll have some pictures of the bracelets that I made on the blog. Okay, so that was almost 4 weeks ago, and I started making the jewelry. But it didn't come to my head yet that the Lord was asking me to do something that didn't make sense. And it was only about 3 days ago that I realized that, oh, I'm in the position now that I have always wanted to be in. I'm in the position that I've always wanted to be in, where the Lord says to do something, tells me to do something, only doesn't make sense. Right? Just like the other testimonies that I was listening to. So then when I remembered that, I got all excited because I know that although the Lord just told me to start making jewelry, although I'm not putting any funds towards advertising for the jewelry, there's going to be a blessing at the end of it. Whenever it happens, there's going to be a blessing. So I'm excited about that. So my message to you guys is, if you're finding yourselves in a position right now where the Lord is telling you to do something that does not make any sense, like it just does not make any sense whatsoever, just follow His instructions anyway, because if it comes from God, then you know there's going to be a mighty blessing right after it. And no matter how, like, the Lord hasn't told me when, right? He has told me that there's going to be a huge change in in my business. There's going to be a huge change in the area of success, right? So I've just been following him. I have been following his instructions to tell me what to do. Whenever he tells me to do something about the business, I follow those instructions. Now, as I just explained, he just told me to do something that doesn't make sense, so I'm following those instructions. So for you guys who are finding yourselves, you know, and the Lord is telling you to do something that doesn't make sense, just do it. Because if it comes from God, then you know it's, you know, there's going to be a blessing at the end of it. No matter when it might happen, there's going to be a blessing. Okay, so then when my blessing happens, then I will come back on here and give you guys a testimony. So I have a really good friend named Angela Sofia Fiat, and she is from Romania, and she makes all kinds of, like, she makes all kinds of crafts. She makes wedding accessories, and she makes flower bouquets out of like this really high quality craft paper. She also makes flower, like hair jewels, you know, like hair bands and hair vines and corsages, all made of silks, like really fine silks and satins. And she can also make those, like any wedding accessory, she can make it for you out of any material. She'll do it for you. She works with burlap, all kinds of stuff. She'll work with anything she can. And so she has been encouraging me to make hair vines, right? Like hair vines, for you guys who don't know, like people who don't know, there are these designs. Picture a hairband, okay? A hairband like this. Well, this is not a hairband. This is a, you know, like a sash. This is made out of cloth, right? So just picture a hairband, okay, a hairband, and it has a whole bunch of like little beads everywhere, maybe a flower here, and a whole bunch of beads all over the place, and they look like a vine. It's designed to look like a vine with branches all over the place, but very, you know, within proportion to the head, very pretty. So that's what she makes, and this is what I've been making. Well, I made this. These are made out of glass pearls. Okay, they're like a lime green. These ones are like a lime green, and these ones are a dark plum. And I was so frustrated because I'm not an expert at making these things, but I tried, and this is what I came up with. And so, you know, as I go along, I'm learning and learning. So this is what I've been making. Because Angela said, Nancy, just start practicing, you'll get it. And in the beginning, I was so frustrated, right? So this, I mean, I can attach this to a hair beret, you know, like for some kind of an event. Like it can get attached to, I can attach it to a hair beret, and it could be like a decoration, you know, for the hair. And then I made this one. Well, this one was the first one that I made. Okay, that's the first one that I made. It was supposed to be a hair vine. Well, this one's not really a hair vine, but it was getting there, but I just kind of ended it there because I was getting a little bit frustrated, but I can continue because there's an extension here with a wire. This is made out, this is wire, okay? I made the beads are inside of a wire. There's a wire inside the beads, right? I threaded the beads with wire, and this is the other piece of wire here. I can continue making, I can attach another piece and continue making it, you know, to turn it into like a long vine. So this one was the first one I made. It was supposed to be a vine, but it turned out like that. So I just made it into this, and I can attach this to a hair piece, or a hair, like a band, or a hair brochet, or I mean a hair, make it into a hair brooch, or attach it to a hair comb. And then I made this little wee one. That. Are my eyes crossing? Hope not. So I hope you can see it. And then this one here is attached to the little hat. It's the first one that I made. And I thought I would attach it to the little hat. Isn't it cute? So now it looks more fancy. You know? I think it's so cute. Right? So anyway, yeah, so the Lord has been telling me, I mean, He told me to start making some more jewelry. It didn't make any sense, but, and it took a while for me to kind of get started, because I started, like I said, I started making the jewelry again around almost, it's going to be 4 weeks ago, but up until that point, the Lord had been telling me, Nancy, make more jewelry, and I was just kind of kept putting it off and putting it off, but He kept, you know, telling me, Nancy, just do it. He kept, because the Lord, when He knows that He has something for you, when he wants to give you something, to bless you with something, He'll continue and continue going after you, because He really wants to bless you, right? So, the Lord was just telling me, you know, start making the jewelry, and I wasn't really listening. And then finally I said, okay, Lord, I'll start doing it. And so, like I said, that was nearly, oops, I have some hand lotion here. That was nearly 4 weeks ago, and then yeah, so I made some bracelets that I'll show you guys on my blog. And so for you guys who are watching on YouTube, just click on the link for my blog and you'll see the photos there of the bracelets that I've been making. And they're made out of wire. This is really tough, you know, wire, right? You know, like a, what's that toy, guys? Splinky? Was it called Splinky? That toy, that wire that goes like this. Anyway, it's a wire, and you cut it and you make it into a bracelet, and then you thread it with beads or whatever. So okay, so anyway, guys, yeah, so just make sure that whether the Lord is speaking directly to you or you're hearing His voice, like if you're hearing if you're feeling that He is dropping it in your spirit, or if you're that He wants you to do something that doesn't make any sense, just do it, follow it. Whether He's speaking to you audibly or He's dropping it in your spirit, or you're getting a feeling that He wants you to do it, that's Him talking to you. Because He talks in many ways. So just follow His instructions, and believe me, a blessing will come. Okay, so I'm very excited for this blessing that's coming for me. You know, so like I said earlier, as soon as I come into my breakthrough, then I will show you guys. I will come back on here and give another video testimony of that blessing. Okay, guys? And I don't have anything more to say, but just follow the Lord's instructions, guys. No matter how frustrated you are, follow the Lord's instructions. If you have ever wanted to be in a position like the one I'm in right now, that I have always wanted to be, where the Lord is telling me to do something that doesn't make sense, just do it. Now is your opportunity. Just do it. You're in it, so just do it. And He will, you know, He will eventually, like when you listen to Him, you are taking the steps. You are now on the journey that will get you to this breakthrough that He's wanting to give to you. Okay? I just forgot that my cat is over there. She's hiding inside a drawer. So I've got to go and get her. I don't think I can get her because she's just way down over there, and it's going to be too much for me to go and get her. So anyway, yeah. So make sure, guys, that you listen to the Lord, His prompting to do something that doesn't make any sense, and follow it. And then when you guys get your breakthrough, then I would love to hear about it. So send me your videos, and make sure that you know, like you make sure that you just follow that prompting, so that you can have something to talk about, like you can have a testimony, because you don't want to miss it. The Lord is telling you, do it, do it, do it. If you don't do it, you will miss out on your breakthrough. We're already in the, you know, in the new year, 2017, January, and He is trying to get you to follow His instructions, because He wants to place you on the journey to get to your breakthrough. So follow His instructions. Okay, I'm so glad that I listened to the Lord. That's the thing about the Lord. there have been so many times when He has told me to do something, and I keep putting it off, but He keeps like pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. until I finally start obeying, and then I get a breakthrough. But that's a bad habit. Because when the Lord tells me to do something, then I should do it right away. Because the Lord, I mean, He loves to bless us, but it's not good to make Him keep telling us, God, you got to do this. Because we can frustrate the Lord. Okay? Alright. So I'm going to go now. And, yeah. I'm just a little tired. Alright guys, so make sure you send me your testimonies. I would really want to hear them. And thanks for listening to me. Okay? Alright? Bye. I gotta go. The thing about talking in front of this backdrop is that it's not big enough, so that if I walk this way, if I exit the screen this way, or the shot this way or that way, the camera will focus outside of the screen, and then then the wall, the wall can be seen, and it doesn't look very nice, but oh well. I'm gonna have to get a bigger backdrop. Okay, normally I would have videotaped in my mother's room, but she was in there sleeping, so that's why I had to come here. Another room. Alright guys, so I'll see you guys later. Bye. Ooh, what's that? Oh, it's a bird. That scared me. That was so funny. I was just testing out the camera footage, and then a little bird just flew this way, because the window's over there, and the little bird just flew this way, and it kind of got the corner of my eye, like the corner of my eye. And then Uma's over there, wandering around this room. I'll try and get her for you guys, so. Okay, I'm gonna go now and see how this footage is.